Well, good morning, wonderful people. Another glorious day, I hope. Yesterday was a hard day, a really hard day. I was really, really hopeful, had some good things going on, and it just, I mean, literally nothing panned out. Nothing panned out. Yeah. So I told you guys I had those folks come in from Washington. They wanted to come test out our vehicles in person. And yeah, they had a really tough flight. Like, they were delayed several times, which was absolutely no fault of theirs. Like, if you've ever flown, you know that things tend to not go smoothly. It's rare for things to just go smoothly. And, one of them is in a wheelchair, so can't exactly run to catch your next flight, after your other flight is delayed. So, yeah, they had a bunch of delays. It was really stressful for them. Their bags ended up getting delayed, so they weren't even expecting them until midnight, which would technically be today. So, and they're leaving today, by the way. So anyway, I met with them. They were lovely people. They were really, really lovely. Had the car reserved. The guys didn't take the car. I did have that demo that I had reserved, so that was really good. But they got here and it just was too much of a struggle. Like, it was simply too much of a struggle. It was hard. It was really hard. So, I had made my recommendations like, hey, these work best with power chairs. Well, she's in a manual chair. She does have a power chair, but she does not want to have to rely on that. She wants to, try to maintain as much of her physicality as she can, and I totally understand that. And I warned them, and they're like, no, it won't be any problem. Well, guess what? It was a problem. And they also had another instance where it's like, well, in the wintertime, we're not going to be able to, pull the ramp down, in our garage. So she needs to also be able to get into the driver's seat. So they went to a dealership locally to test a Traverse, there, a non-converted one. And she was able to get in the driver's side. She was able to transfer into the seat as normal. Well, with our vehicle, with the, power transfer seat device, which raises the original chair by maybe like a quarter, half inch, it was just too much. It was too much of a struggle. So, yeah, we checked out some other options and those don't work either. It was just, overall, it just does not work, period. And I happen to have another conversion type here. It's not our conversion. And she was able to get in and out super easily. It is the better conversion for her, like, honestly. And we don't deal with that type of conversion. That's not our product at all. And we generally get those in on trade, so they tend to be like, more used type vehicles, and they wanted something brand new. They came with a check in hand, like, they were ready to buy, like, they were serious buyers. And I just don't have what they need. So, yeah, they came all this way to basically find out, like, our cars won't work for them. And then they also handed me their receipts because we reimburse for travel here. And I let them know, like, try to keep it as low as you can, like, don't fly business class, first class, don't raid the minibar, like, that's kind of the joke I always say, like, try to keep it as reasonable as possible. Well, I about had a heart attack when I looked at the bill because their flights were very expensive, very expensive. So not only did I not get the sale, which is a bummer, but also I'm glad that they tried out because this car wouldn't have worked for them at all, and we're all convinced it would. But we also got a really large bill for their travel, and I already know, like, I'm gonna get a ton of pushback from it. So yeah, really stressful day. And then I have a couple other people as well that I thought we're right there, we're right on the edge. I was expecting to close a couple. And I still may sometime this week, but none of them are actually pulling the trigger yet either, so we're still waiting. So not only did things just not work out yesterday in the one regard, in that major regard, plus I had to hand him on company like a pretty large bill for their travel. I didn't sell anything at all. So I'm mega stressed out. I was having a really hard day. Like, I didn't want to come in at all today, honestly. Like, I just don't want to deal with anything, anything at all. So it was a really hard day. And then on top of that, I have a customer that I've already sold to who is trying to register her vehicle. And I'm not going to lie, she's been, I've had to handle her with kids' gloves. Like, she's been a tough one. And she was trying to register her vehicle, and she needs something from the finance department. I don't even know what it is because I don't deal with the financing. And I try to reach out to the people in our finance department to say, hey, she needs whatever this is from the bank. She can't get a hold of them. Can someone reach out to assist? Nothing. Absolute crickets. I just feel like I'm getting zero support from these other departments. It's like, I don't have access to this stuff. Like, what do you want me to do? She's contacting me. She should be contacting you. And when I'm asking you for help, I'm getting nothing. Getting absolutely nothing back. So it's just kind of the vibe of the day. And then I have another person that I sold to who they're using a grant. And this is going to be amazing once we get through this process, because this is really going to open up a lot of doors for our companies through this particular grant service that is exclusive to the state of California. This is going to open up a lot of big doors for us. This is going to open up a lot of business, but getting through the process, I've been the point of contact for at least the sales portion of the thing, but I keep getting roped into like the paperwork side of things, and I'm like, no, that's not me. Like that needs to go to this girl. And then when I have a conference to talk about billing, and they're asking me if I can reach out to the person in charge at our company for all this stuff to see if she's available to have a conference call today, and I'm like, no, don't ask me to reach out to her. Like, reach out to her. You have her contact. You need to reach out to her and find out what her schedule is and her availability. And, typically I wouldn't mind being like that person to be like, hey, do you mind? But every time I reach out and I try to ask for help or support from these people for their roles, I get met with not just passive aggressiveness, like outright aggressiveness. So I'm like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. It's like people around here act like it's a huge pain in the ass to like do their job. I'm like, I'm in freaking sales. Like, I'm supposed to help people find the right cars. Like, that's my role. Like, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not supposed to be handling all this other stuff. I don't have the knowledge. I don't have the authority. I don't have any of that. But yet, when I try to, like, reach out for people to, do their end of things, like, it's met with a lot of resistance and aggressiveness. So, I am so frustrated, guys. I am really, really frustrated. Like, yeah. So, I'm already on the brink of tears right now. Like... It's been hard. But anyway, I really hope today is going to be a much better day. We'll see. I still have those few things that I have to handle and wrap up and pass along, and it just is what it is, right? So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention the other one. Somebody I already sold to, bought a brand new car, brand spanking new. Supposed to come with car mats. Car mats aren't in there. I let our department know, like, hey, they don't get their car mats. They're like, well, they should have been in a bag. And I'm like, well, they confirmed it's not. Could someone reach out to assist? Nothing. Crickets again. Like, I'm not kidding, guys. Like, it's just back to back to back. Like, no response. I'm over it. I'm tired of it. If you want things to run smoothly and, to work well, we need to be working together, right? We need to be working together without attitude, without resistance, without aggressiveness, without anger. Like, just do your freaking job. Okay? But anyway, I gotta get in there, unfortunately. God help me. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.